And when we need a goal, call number 9. Tom scores again in the Europa League.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Las Palmas, where in today's episode we have got 2 games coming up back into the Europa League, where in the first one at home we play against Spartak Trnava from Slovakia, and then we've got a second home game as well where Dynamo Kyiv pay us a visit. Former Ukrainian rival will be playing against them for the first time here in Las Palmas. In terms of how we're doing in the Europa League, we've had a few more games, or it might just be the one more game that we had against Feyenoord, I believe it was. I know PSV it was actually, a 2-1 win there. As you can see, we sit in third place, doing very, very well at the moment. Bayer Leverkusen find themselves at the top, which makes sense to be honest. They've had some good games there, but they weren't in the top 8. And it makes sense that they're there. Bodo Glimt as well have had some good wins there, as you can see, and now find themselves in the top 8, but so do we, and we're trying to contest for that spot 2 wins today, up to 15 points, and that would pretty much set us on our way to making that top 8. In terms of the league, we sit in 9th place at the moment. We were as high as 2nd a few game weeks ago, but our tough spell of games has arrived. We played against, since last time out, Girona, where we got a 1-0 win. And then the 3 tough games that we have, or like 3 of the tough games that we have, we lost 1-0 to Almeria, a bit of a frustrating result, but then a 2-1 loss to Real Madrid away from home, a 1-1 draw against Sevilla, and then a 4-1 hammering against Barcelona. Lozano scoring in that game at 31 years of age. What a player he has developed into at Barcelona. Always scoring when he's not scored that many goals, only 12 goals, but whenever he scores, we always see it. And this time it just happened to be against us. So these 2 games today, we've got this game against Trnava at Gap, where we play against Levante. And Celta Vigo should be 2 games where we can get results in. It was good that we've kind of dropped off a little bit. We do have a game in hand, because then that means we can push for that 6th place a little bit easier instead of having to drop down. 2 games today. Let's just get straight into it. The first one against Spartak Trnava. So the team for this game against Trnava, we've got a bit of a rotated one. No point risking some of these players, the likes of Gusens, Moral, Royo, and Isidre all carrying injuries. The team starts with Vlašky in goal, backline of Souza, Alvarez, Gordon, and Pastor. We've got Gil, Regal, Iram, Tahir, and up top, Tom and Idris Abar. Kick off here in this game against Trnava, straight to action. We need to get the 3 points here today, hopefully a few goals as well. We've been in pretty poor form, but then when we go to the Europa League, we've not been playing too bad. 9th place, it's not too far into the season, so we can pull it back. It's not like we're in a really bad position. We are still contesting those top 7 spots, or top 6 spots I should say, and even if we do we get a win in our next game, we have a game in hand. When we win the game in hand, we will just go back into those spots anyway by the looks of it, so not a worse position to be in. We have some decent games coming up in the gap, and then over to Dynamo Kyiv, where hopefully we can pick up 6 out of 6 points in this episode, 15 out of 15, and then that surely will be enough. I mean, in our remaining 3 games, we just need to pick up 2 points, 3 points. Tom's in behind here for 1-0, and of course he slots it away, his 6th goal of the season, and he is still scoring as ever. We've had different players emerge and score lots of goals, the likes of particularly Iram has been scoring a lot of the goals. Is he onside? He is onside, and of course he does. Tom scores in the Europa League. Some things are certain. What is it? Death, taxes, and Tom scoring in the Europa League. That is 1-0 here after 1 minute exactly. The start that we want as we go and offer some praise to the boys. As I said, Iram has been scoring quite a few goals. If you're going to take a look at his stats, his form even, it's absolutely incredible how he's been scoring as much as he has. Look here, goal, 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 and loads of assists as well. In terms of the actual stats themselves, 10 goals and assists, so quite good. He has been playing in that position kind of attacking midfielder role that he can get really advanced in and have a strike from the edge of the area. Here's to here. There is Iron there, as you can see. It's a bit of an interesting position. It really forces an overload. Just don't want players to be getting overrunning each other and getting mixed up and stuff like that. Is something we want to really try and avoid. So it's something that we'll go and look to do as Gil find himself on the board to Alvarez. If that needs fixing, it can be fixed. You know, we have a lot of threat in the box now. We've got Tom, Bar, Tahir, Regal, and then one of them will go wide. So basically we're sitting with 3 in the box, and that can become problematic, but at the same time it really creates that overload. We're really secure at the back with those 3 in Alvarez in this game. Anyway, Alvarez, Gordon and Gil ahead of them, so I think it just makes sense to really go and cause that. We're really good in terms of possession and winning the ball back. Should we use it, we can restructure well and cause that press that will win us the ball back. So definitely not a problem, I don't think, and we will continue in this way as Gil finds himself on the ball. He goes to Alvarez. We're a bit slow in terms of the build-up. We do take our time, definitely, but then when we get it into a position where we know we can advance the ball, we are really direct. So that's what we're looking for here. Alvarez into Gil. Where will he go? Out wide to Pastor now. Down this right side, can he look to play a ball? And he does to the near post. Iram is there, and Iram is fouled, and that is going to be a penalty. The second chance for Tom to get a goal in this game. There's a VAR check. We're going to go and speed this up as the referee takes his time to come over. The decision is going to be penalty given, and if you're going to slow this back down before Tom takes his penalty, the chance to make it 2-0 in this game. Tom steps up against the Trnava goalkeeper and he sends him the wrong way. No mistake from him. 2-0 after 10 minutes, and if we go and take a look, he already has, oh no, he's not scored in the Europa League, never mind. He always tends to have like slow starts, but then he'll have an incredible patch in the middle of a season, and that's how he'll get his numbers up. There's no doubt in my mind that he won't have a bad season. You know, when we signed him, we knew exactly the type of player we were getting, and he's shown that to us whilst he's been here. So good. And you know, when you want a player, when you know what type of player you want, and then you get him, of course it's going to work out. Of course it's going to work out. And Tom, it might have been a bit risky considering he's come from the Brazilian league. 15 million, that was a lot of money for us in that season. It was risky, but it worked out very well in the end, and I guess we can't complain about that as we find ourselves on the ball. The chance to make it 3-0 to here down this left side. Who will he go to? Will he find it in the middle? He beats his man. Lovely little skill to go past him. Rhaegar with the effort, and it's into the hands of the Trnava goalkeeper in the end. 15 minutes gone. One eventful first part of this game. Will we get a few more goals before half time, or is that it for us in this game? To here goes to Gordon. Where will he go? The defensive shape is a bit messed at the moment. That's something we can notice there. As Tahir now advances this ball, maybe we won't have to worry about the defensive shape. We might have to now as Tahir plays that ball into the hands of the Trnava goalkeeper. It's been very eventful. We've been getting our shots away. That can't be denied. It was Bar who stepped over that free kick. I think we have no Royo today to do them. I would have thought someone else maybe would have gone on them, but I guess not. If Barra wants to go on them, then he can go on them as a ball in near post. Chill gets his head on that, but he puts it just over the bar as 20 minutes goes. In this game, it feels like it's been one of the longest games we've ever had to manage. Can we just go into half time maybe? We want to keep the episode a reasonable length. I've been impressed with how we played here. We sit at the top of the league table. 9 goal difference is the thing we want to look at, because teams can be on 12 points, but 9 goal difference is that all important factor for us. Here to here finds himself on the ball. Where will he go? He'll try and progress the ball forward. It says Bar on the ball now, actually down this right side. Will he look to square it? He loses out, and it's cleared in the end only as far as Gordon. Where will he go now? The build-up play has been intricate. We've been really going at them, really trying to figure out these passages of play where we can play the ball. Souza back to Regal. Can he look to get a ball? And he does in the middle. Idrissa Bar is there. He can't win his header. Back to Iram, and he's put a chance wide now. What are these highlights? Are we on key highlights? Yeah, we are. It's been so long. We've generated 2 XG in the first 30 minutes. How many more goals are left in this game? It looks like we've had a bit of a quiet spell now as 5 minutes is remaining in this first half. Very good performance. Exactly what we need at home against a team like this, Spartak Trnava, who are not a bad team. They obviously are a team in the top 100 as Bar is in the middle here, and Bar scores in the Europa League to make it 3-0. He's wearing the number 14, our Thierry Henry in this team. And if he is Thierry Henry, then we've got Ronaldo next to him in Tom. Will the goal stand? It will stand, and Bar gets a goal in the Europa League. It's been a slow start for him, but I think we give him the time. We can't not give him the time. It's such a good player like that, according to the star ability anyway. We can't not give him time, but if he continues to, maybe doesn't find his feet, then we can obviously drop him out, but we need to give him that time. He will score goals like that. He is a big threat. He also is playing a deeper role, so his kind of hold-up play is what we're looking at, potentially more than his goal-scoring play, because Iram is the one who's getting forward and getting those goals more than him, but the one player who is very crucial in the build-up playing and the advancing of the ball is in fact Idrissa Bar, so we have to be really considerate of that when we look at his goal scoring numbers. Souza down this left side, can he look to play a ball? And he's had a good season so far. He has been playing there. Alvarez has not really been able to get into the team whilst he's been there because he's a bit more defensive minded. Gil with the effort, 4-0 here, and Marcus Gil has scored to make it 4-0. It's a lovely finish into that bottom right corner, just places it, and that is 4-0 before half time. Hopefully we can have a bit of a quiet second half, because this has been very eventful. We're going to offer a few words of praise, and that has been overall a very good first half. Good for the goal difference as well. 11 goal difference we've generated. It's Tom again, Idrissa and Gil who've got the opening 4 goals in this game. It's been all us. We've not let this Trnava team into the game. Trnava, I remember them playing against Aston Villa I think they played in the Conference League last year, it might have been, or something recently, it might have been, I don't know what it was. It might have been some sort of friendly. I don't know why I remember that. Friend who's an Aston Villa fan, if you're watching. Yeah. Nice. There's 70 minutes gone in this game. Still leading 4-0. Bit of a quieter second half here. I might have time to get a few more goals though as the ball is played over the top. No one's able to get on the end of that though. We should probably go and make a few changes. Obviously, we've not played some of these boys today, the likes of Goosens, Manal, Arroyo, and also Isidre because of injuries that they carry. There's a goal here for Trnava. We'll make these changes here nice and early. We don't want to risk anyone. I want to bring on a cross, but I think we have to go and change the team around. We can go and do that as we go and put Tom up top, Armic onto the right. We'll leave Regal on. I think we bring off Iram, who's not really had his best game here, and then put Cross onto that left side. Stick with that team for the rest of this game as Trnava do get themselves a goal. Are we going to get them with a bit of revenge here? Regal into Alvarez. Where will Alvarez go? Into Gil, back to Alvarez. Just really taking our time in this build-up play as Souza find himself on the ball. Alvarez, this is good though. I think it's a sign of a really confident team. We're being really composed in possession, not rushing anything, not trying to force anything. Bar is in here. Can he get the shot away? He's not able to. In the end, it's a bit of a miss. It was a good idea, but Bar was not able to get there in the end. But as you can see there, that's a lovely sight. Las Palmas, top of the Europa League table, exactly what we want. And I said, it feels like a season where we could go on and get results against some big teams who, we've got results against before. We've got a result here. It's a 4-1 win. On to the next one against Dynamo Kyiv. And finally, the team for this game against Dynamo Kyiv. How many times have we said that before? It's a full-strength side, which starts with Vlashki in goal. We've got a backline of Goosens, Isidre, Moral and Pastor, Gil, Regal, Iram, Arroyo, Tom and Bar up top onto it. Kick off here in this game against Dynamo Kyiv. There's that tune for you. Win here in this game, and you start to think that top 8 is pretty much secured. Only 3 games where we play against Lugano. We have a game against, I'm not too sure the other teams are. We definitely have Lugano. If we go and take a look, do we have Rio Ave? I'm not too sure. Definitely Lugano as one of them. We also have in there, I actually don't know, I actually genuinely don't know, Napoli are one of them definitely. And then we also have, is it a team at the bottom? It's no, it's not them. I don't know who the other one is, but we have we can go and take a look. We have gone 1-0 down in that game. There it is. It's Dynamo Zagreb that we play against away from home. Early on in this game though, 1-0 down. We have gone. Dynamo Kyiv get the opening goal of this game. So, we have to go and fight back from this point then. Are Dynamo Kyiv in their winter spell? I don't think they are. So they're a very sharp team, in a form team as well. They are currently in the what position? 8th place. So they have picked up 11 points. Have done well with what by the looks of it. 3 wins, 2 draws, so very, very good. Or yeah, would it be? Yeah, it would be 3 wins, 2 draws in their opening 5 games. But we are not going to go out of this game without a fight. Let's go and see if we can wrap up this result. We've got a full strength side. We've had 2 league games, 2 wins. We've had a 2 week break as well for most of these boys in there. Or a lot of them have been international. A lot of them have stayed. The likes of Idris Bar has gone. We've had Goossens, Pastor both playing for Belgium. We've also had Tahir off the bench as well. Bergstaller has gone as well. Sam Cross has gone. Just players like that have been out. They've had a break. We didn't really make many substitutions in the last game because those players who didn't play had been playing internationally. What a goal that is by Tom. And when we need a goal, call number 9. Tom scores again in the Europa League, and that is 1-1 here against Dynamo Kyiv. He knows of the old rivalry that we used to have with them, and he's gone and got a goal to make it 1-1 here in this game as Dynamo Kyiv trying to come on the attack. But we win that ball back. Can we go and turn it over as quickly as possible? Pastor down this right side. He finds Bar down the line. Can he beat his man? He's taking it down this right side. It's square ball. Iram is there. Iram into Tom with the shot, and it's defended by one of the Dynamo Kyiv players there. Only falls as far as Roy, who plays a lovely ball in. Bar tries to get there, but he's not able to do anything with that. That's going to be iconic, I feel. Bar with that number 14. He did score in a game in the gap, I'm fairly certain. The game after we played against Trnava, so it's nice to see that he's keeping up his form and he's getting there. He is slowly getting there. Very, very good player we have from our academy. I told you this academy is very, very good. We've had a Regal who's come through it, and also now Idrissa Bar and Iram as well, who's in behind for 2-1, and he's not able to put that away there. 1-1 after 22 minutes. Been a very, very eventful game here, and hopefully this can continue for the rest and we can be the ones who come away with the goals. As Pastor is going to look to play this ball in. Who's going to get there? Gilles at the near post. He's not able to do anything. It falls to Regal, who plays it into Iram. What a save that is from the Dynamo Kyiv goalkeeper. Iram has not stopped scoring, by the way. He cannot stop at all. He's on like 8 goals already for the season, which is very, very impressive. Goossens plays this ball in. Gilles at the near post, and he does score this time from the corner, and that is 2-1 we lead here. 15 out of 15 points is still on track. Much better than last year. We struggled against easier teams, but this year, make no mistake, we lead 2-1. We're going to stay top of the Europa League table by the looks of it. Let's go and take a look. Villarreal are here. That's nice to see. And then also Bodo Glimt are here. But top of the table, you know exactly who it is. Las Palmas. That is going to do us lots of favours. We've played against good teams. We have played against good teams, and if this is how we're going to play, then we should be on track for a very, very good campaign here in the Europa League. Tom with an effort, and he just puts that over the bar. Do we start to believe we can win it this year? Because remember I said, these teams, it feels like teams who can beat that top 8. Chelsea are not even here by the looks of it. I mean, if we go and take a look, where are they? They are in 3rd place, so they've just scored a goal to go 15 out of 15, but who have they played against? I mean, is it favourable games for them? They've had against Club Brugge, Sparta, Prague, Carpati, Porto. That's a good win for them there. And then also their game now today against Villarreal. Is that who they're playing? No, it isn't. They're playing against Marseille today. So a mix of good and bad fixtures. I think they will be the team to beat, I would argue. But I feel like if we can get past them, it feels like we will play them again. 2 years later, we get a bit of revenge on them for what happened 2 years ago. It feels like we will play them And if it is the team that we have to play and we go on and beat them, then maybe, just maybe, it might be in our hands once and for all. Las Palmas 2-1 up here in this game. What a result. Is that the Polishchuk? I don't think it is Andrei Polishchuk. If we're going to take a look here, it is Mikola Polishchuk actually. Where is Andrei Polishchuk actually? Because you will remember him. He was a part of our first team. We did kind of send him away. He didn't have the quality. Then we signed a world class is it Andrei Polishchuk like that? He is definitely. I do have a feeling he is called Polishchuk like that. If we're going to take a look, I remember he went to Everton after he went to Saudi. If we go and take a look, yeah, he's retired now at 35. As you can see here, he did do a stint in England, which is good, but he went to Qatar after that as well. He was part of the original team. He was not actually a Shakhtar Academy graduate, so that makes me feel a bit better because we didn't rob an academy graduate of the Champions League. But he moved on. He was one of the starting players. I think he was our captain. But then we went and brought in. He was going to leave anyway. We brought in our most expensive player we've ever signed. It was a very impulsive decision to bring him in. I saw his release clause. He came from Chelsea of all teams. When we were speaking about them now, I saw his release clause in May, and I went 107 million. Lance Cortazar, you all remember him. He's now with Man City, and he's only considered a squad player at 32, so that could be definitely interesting. He's still world class. The Ballon d'Or, not the Ballon d'Or, but the best 50 recently came out, and he was in there, and a load of other players were. If we go and take a look at that in a second, as Barr scores here to make it 3-1, and he's now within the goals. He's starting to find his feet in his last 4 games, 4 goals. I'm fairly certain. If we go and take a look, it's the goal 50, but that's not actually the golden ball. This isn't the golden ball, but it's nice to look at anyway. I don't know why they show it us, but I guess it's nice to look at anyway. The players we've had in the top 50, Gwendal Gill wins it for the 3rd year in a row. We could have signed him, but you'll know the story by now. I didn't want to spend the money because we were leaving, but I could have signed him. He went to Man City. I don't know how he's winning it because his numbers aren't spectacular. He's getting 20 goal seasons, but they're nothing crazy at the end of the day. But I don't know. We've got, in terms of players we've had in our teams, Ochoa Lozano, Ben Musa is there actually. That's nice to see. Jean is there. That's 4. 5 for Cortazar. We've also got McGonnell 6. Anyone else? Lind 7, and then Palladino 8. Is that everyone? Yeah, 7 starting players from that team that won the Champions League are all now part of the goal 50, and the goal 50 can't be much different to the Ballon d'Or ranks. Obviously, it's only 30 players, but still 4 of them. So we had 8 players who we've managed be in the top 50 then, and then we've had 7 who were in that starting team of the Champions League final, or at least part of it. Jean wasn't part of that final, the one that we won, but apart from that, the rest of them were. Jean was still a part of that team. He had a big contribution, and we can't forget what he's done. And now he comes, and whenever we play against him, he absolutely smokes us. Whilst he's at Real Madrid, very, very good player. He was a good player. We brought him in from Real Betis. And he was a complete player. I really did like that type of profile of player. He brought a really good element to his game, and I think he was a really good player to have in that team. It was never a position for a cause for concern when he was in that team. We didn't have to think about much. He just played there, did his thing, and he didn't cause us many problems in the end, apart from getting that red card in the second leg of the semi-final against Man City when we were leading. But I guess in the end it all worked out. He got his medal. He'd already played in the Champions League final, and he's lost 2 Champions League finals, to be fair, and the one that he won, he wasn't even in the team. He's had it a bit tough, but at the end of the day, still a very, very good player that we've had in that team. We'll go and make some changes. Top 2 in. Royo's not been in the best form. Obviously, we've seen him score a hat-trick in his opening game of the Europa League. He does score goals every now and again, but still a little bit inconsistent this season. But I guess we can't complain. In this game, 3-1 we lead. The full-time whistle's going to go. What a performance it's been in today's episode. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave it this so tune. I'll see you tomorrow for the conclusion of our 5th league phase or 4th league phase. Thank you. Bye bye.